I shared with Pastor previously a story that it's an experience that I had when I lived in Chicago, and had this great job, and I went to go open a bank account. I was new to the city. I'd been relocated there, and I went to the bank. I asked all of my colleagues, which bank should I bank at? And they told me this particular bank. Well, in Chicago, you have to have your credit run to open a bank account. I don't care how much money you go in with. They do not give you an account unless you have a really super clean credit report. And I went in, and there was something on my credit report that was not good. There was something else on it that showed it had been corrected. But they didn't care. They still could see the old thing on there.
Wow.
So I went to apply, and they said, I'm sorry, we have to decline you. And what we're going to do is you can come back, get that off your credit report, and then you can come back in 6 months. And I said, I'm sorry. I need to open a checking account today. So if you can't do it, I need you to go get your manager and then see if they can do it. So the manager comes out, and he says, what's the problem? I said, there's no problem. I just need a checking account, and I need it today. This is the bank that was referred to me. This is the bank I'm going to open my checking account in, and I'm not leaving today until I get one. And he said, well, let me look. Well, you see, you have this here. And I said, I see that. I do. But you see right below it, it says that that's been paid in full. And he says, yes, but our policy is until this is off, you can't open your checking account. And I said, somebody has the authority to overrule that.
Come on.
And if it's not you, can you go get whoever it is? Well, they're in a meeting. Then I'll wait, because I'm not leaving today until I get my checking account open.
Come on, come on.
And he says, ma'am, I don't know what you want us to do. I want you to open my checking account. And I was polite, but I said, and I sat down. I got a chair, and I said, I'm not going to leave until you, this was me knocking. I was not leaving until you open my checking account. And he kept saying, well, he was so frustrated, and the lady was helping. She was looking back and forth from one to the other of us, like, she's really not going to leave. And I said, I'm really not leaving. Really, somebody can do this. So finally, I said, look, and this was 20 years ago. So this was, you guys will understand the relevance of this. 20 years ago, I said, look, I make $77,000. I work for Oprah. I am opening a checking account today. I am a good risk. And he said, oh, you work for Oprah?
Wow.
Ripped my application in half.
Wow.
She's got priority status here. So anybody who works for her can automatically open a checking account without having the credit run.
Come on, come on, come on.
And I said, well, thank you, because I said to you I wasn't leaving until I got my checking account open today. And I told him, I said, you know, the thing is, I'm the same risk that I was when I walked in. I'm still the same person. I was a good risk then, and I'm a good risk now. Now, that name opened doors for me that day. But there is a name that is above all of those names.
Come on, come on, come on.
That opens every door. And we have to remember that. I was just sharing with my girlfriend, so I say this to all of you who are hesitant. If you're praying to God and you're like, oh, I hope God will do this for me, and I'm praying, and hopefully he'll do it. But let's say you work for somebody like Oprah or Bill Gates. If they send you on an assignment and say, go do this, use my name and tell them to do so-and-so, you don't even hesitate. Oh, well, I can go in and I can say, Oprah told me to do so. I can say, Bill Gates gave me the authority to do. We serve the Most High God.
Hallelujah.
The Most High God. There is nothing that if he gives you that vision, if he tells you you can do it, there is nothing you cannot do. You don't have to wonder, I hope Oprah paid that bill before I got here. I hope God is going to provide for me. No, there's no hope. You either know who he is or you don't know who he is. And I worked for Oprah. I have a relationship with Jesus Christ. If you don't have a relationship with him, you can't call on his name.
Wow, come on.
Just the same way, if I didn't work for Oprah, I couldn't use her name when I went somewhere because I didn't work for her. I didn't have a relationship with her.
Wow.
Well, if you don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, you can't use his name when you need him. So if you want to have that authority, to be able to walk in that assurance and know exactly who he is and know that he's got your back. If he said do it, if he gave you the vision, he's got the provision. If you want to know that, you need to come up right now.
Yes, come on.
And decide right this moment, I am declaring this is who my Lord and Savior is.
Come on, my friend. Come on.
This is that time. This is that time to make sure you have a relationship with God.